Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It's Christelle Martinette here, and I'm here with another reading that starts on the 15th for the second half of May. And I just want to show you the cards I'll be using for these readings. I've taken up this period the cards of the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot that I've used consistently for a long period of time, but for the past couple of months I haven't. Beautiful, beautiful cards, one of my favorite decks. And since not many people out there know how to read them, it's difficult for you. Some people think that they're very dark cards, and they are not. It's a different culture, really. I temper that with another tarot deck, and they work very well together, which is the Angel Tarot. They seem to work very well together. They lighten each other up, and what emerges is a very particular message. And then, of course, I'll be using my Vera Sibilla cards, and they are the protagonists in my readings always. And, of course, the runes. And I again have this reading, the antler runes, that I can see very well on camera. They're easier to see. And I'll cast them at the very end. I just wanted to say that I've been having a lot of consultations with people interested in soul therapy, and it's been going extensively well. And why I need to put in my 2 cents here is that I've said this to people who have been coming in for an archetypes reading. The hair on my arms stands on end when I work with clients in soul therapy for the amount of precision and it's uncanny, and the actual result that it has on people, the amount of healing that takes place. And I just wanted to open the floor for that. Because some people who come in, they're a little bit embarrassed to talk about themselves and talk about their issues. And soul therapy is a way of circumventing that. It's even better than the card reading in the sense that it's not a therapy session where you come in and you talk about your problems with a psychotherapist. It's giving me 4 bits of information, and I do the work, and we come into a session, an extended session, and I tell you what I find. And then the story comes out, and you make heads of and tails of what I tell you, and it seems a different way toward healing. It's quite interesting, and I'm very at ease with working with the invisible world. I feel it's part of my nature. It's part of my own soul group of origin, where I straddle the invisible and the visible world. I do a lot of channeling, and there too my hair stands on end when I do channeling and mediumship. So for those of you who are interested in contacting people from the past who have moved on, the sessions are very, very interesting. So that said, let's go on to the reading, ladies and gentlemen. Hi Leo, it's your turn to look into the cards to see what may be in store for you for the second half of May, starting the 15th. Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. Gee. Okay. Start out with the Voodoo Tarot deck. Let's see what's in store for Cancer for the second half of May, starting the 15th. And I'll take the other tarot. I'll show you the cards before I begin. See what I always shuffle off camera, but I like to shuffle on camera as well. Very interesting moment for you, Leo. Quite an interesting moment for you. Let me show you these cards. Santeria. Santeria, the 5th card, Ogun. Congo card, Hongun. Perthro Ace, Dambala La Flambeau. The 17th Major Arcana, Zétoile. and Radha Hunsis. Then the Angel Tarot, the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Strength card, and the Three of Cups. What I'm getting here, apart from the fire, there is a lot of water here, and water and fire is so steamy. And what I'm getting here, definitely, there is a the 2 by 2 by 2. I'm getting the number 2 coming over and over again, being together, being together. This could play out in a relationship, Leo. It could play out in a established bond, in a partnership, in a business partnership, in a contract with another person. But I'm seeing this too, a very passionate role that you have. If it's business, you're very passionate and emboldened by what you're doing. Now, I'm seeing that there is a bit of antagonism within this relationship, this 2 by 2. There is a bit of antagonism, just enough for you to feel that there's interaction and you can show your creativity. It's all about your creativity and how we can make this relationship a bit better, how we can make it work. And I see that you're coming into your own by interacting with the other person involved. And I won't deny that what I'm seeing is you in a large gathering. It could be you in a huge marketplace, a traveling show, an expo or something big, but where there's a moment of celebration for your efforts, for your, it could be even a marriage where if you're not one of the parties being married, you're being there celebrating, but there is definitely a celebration and there is a large group, there's a large area. Now, one of the elements that is very clear here is the necessity to hold in, to keep reined, to restrain the passionate side that you have, just enough to make reasonable demands, reasonable conversations, reasonable negotiations with the other parties. Now, I'm going to take the Vera Sibilla deck here and take a look at some of these major arcana. And what I'd like to start out with is the Ogun, this Santeria 5 card, the incoming card. Yes, okay, so I'm getting the majority of you. It's going to play for the majority of you. It's going to play out on the workplace, the mercant, the merchant, the artista, the artist, and Costanza. So, you know, it's almost as if they're saying, for those of you who are dealing with some form of relationship, it's going to be a relationship on the job, a partnership on the job, something to do with your activity, your lucrative activity, and you know, it is a moment of extreme importance for you with that 9 of Cups. And you're being favored. It's a moment where you are favored. I'm thinking about that public event that I'm going to take a look at that right now. This 3 of Cups over the Hunsis, Radha Hunsis. See what that has to tell us. All right. Now, how funny is this? Okay. This is the omaggio di preziosi, the gifts. That also talk about suggestions. They're counsels to you. They give you messages and they're suggesting things. What do they suggest? What do they suggest here? This is the doctor, dottore, which could also be a professional or just a scientist. And here is the deliranti, the delirious people. Now, what they're suggesting is not to cross paths with a superior, a barrister, not only do not cross paths, do not anger in any way, do not make them contrary to any kind of activity that you may have. Try not to involve them in your immediate plans. This is what I'm getting. When in the negotiation process at work, in the contractual phase of a partnership, do not befriend a barrister, a lawyer, a legal counsel too closely, but remain with your own head on your shoulders and fight for what you truly want and truly believe. I'm going to take now the 3 Sibylla cards over the Zétoile and the Strength card together. Okay, so I have the conversazione, gelosia, jealousy, and the denari. And what they're telling me is, again, this is counsel. It comes right before these, the 3 of Cups and the Radahunsis. They're telling you that beware of negotiations concerning your pocketbook and your funds, your finances, your assets. And keep your cards close to your vest. That will bring you a position of strength. I'm getting the prenup that you need to deal with for some of you. So be careful about that. Let's go to the Ace of Wands now. Okay, the Ace of Wands, the burning passion here. The male enemy, nemico domestico, the house domestic, and speranza, the hope. It seems to me that the cards are over and over putting you on guard, that there is someone who's trying to undermine your efforts, whether it be on the workplace or with a loved one. Now, why over the Ace of Wands? This is Leo, they're trying to say, rein in your passions. Be careful. Put a muzzle on when you have to be in a group and negotiating. Try to not show your colors fully. Okay. Now I'm going to take the runes and cast them over the reading to see what they have to add. Okay. It's quite interesting because I have a slight conflicting message here, because I'm getting Ewats and Urus. And it's telling me that, they're telling me that you have to nonetheless go forward. You will be in a negotiating process, prenup, anything that has to do where things are to be put black on white. And that is a necessity. You need to do that. It's been delayed enough. Having said that, do bear in mind that the cards also tell you to keep your cards close to your vest. A financial success is yours. And the key, actually, Ingvats, is keeping your cards close to your vest and guarding yourself against exposing too many things. Ultimately, tears announcing the success of a negotiative process, of a negotiation with people or with a loved one, and a prenup agreement. I do hope this was of help to you, Leo. And until we meet again, until we read together again, namaste.